Yay! We are live! Happy Sunday, Goddess! Happy Sunday! I am thrilled, excited, humbled, and just looking forward to our conversation today. I'm going to try something different with the chat because it looks like Facebook changed up the interface a little bit, so I'm going to try. Here's my my computer. What does this note tell me? Oh, Estelle 3:30. I had an interview. I interviewed the singer Estelle on Friday at 3:30. Don't need that, but it was an amazing conversation. It's coming soon, so definitely look out for that. All right. So I am going to try to navigate your comments from here. Asiri Brown, hello, Goddess. Goddess Asiri Brown, I've missed your energy. So excited to see you. Goddess Shu, hello, good morning, my darling. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Goddess Allison. Happy Sunday birthday, Goddess. I hope that you had an amazing day. Goddess Allison, tell us how your birthday was. My Leo sister, she had a birthday on Friday, along with so many powerful women, including our Goddess sister Shane, another Goddess sister I met at an event yesterday, Goddess Elder, Kathleen Booker, who is my breathwork coach. If you are looking for, a way to get centered, breathwork is amazing. Kathleen is amazing. Her mother's 90th birthday was Friday. Hello, Goddess Giovanna. Yes, the goddesses are gathering. That must mean that something powerful is about to happen. Good morning, Goddess Afua. Yes, morning glory, and thank you for bringing the shine. Our shine goddess is in the house. Yes. Today we're going to be focusing on what to do when you are beat up by life, when you feel like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Which a lot of women have been feeling lately. So if you've been feeling that, Goddess, it is not you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. It is a season that is happening right now. We're going to be talking about that and what to do about that. So I am going to be trying to follow your comments here. Good morning, Goddess Courtney. And Goddess Courtney, you just reminded me that it is one of your comments that actually inspired this conversation. Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. And Goddess Courtney, I had the pleasure and distinct honor of being in the presence of. We had a recent small New York City Sister Circle gathering, and Goddess Courtney was there in all of her majesty and her beauty and power. And so it is great to come together, and absolutely, actually, we can make this number one. This is one of the things that we can do when we're feeling beat up by life, is to come into the presence of joy, right? Come into the presence of where there is love for us, and there is much love in this room. And I have to tell you, this is like, I've been feeling beat up, but not by life, but by the news and the world and the hatred and the stuff that is going on that just feels crazy. So I feel like this is an important conversation because, we're the light workers who are here in this room. We're the light workers and the light bringers. But it doesn't mean that we're on one, note of like happy, joy all the time, because we're human. Yes, we're goddesses. Yes. Yes, we're fly. We know that. Yes, we know that we are, linked to the highest power in the universe, but we're still human. And so to live in a world, yes, Goddess Afua, so do I. I feel so heavy. That's the best way to express it, where there's just so much violence and hatred that's going on that is, feels for me as a black woman clearly directed at me. And last night, like, I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. And I kept going back and like reading these things that you're not supposed to read before you go to bed, that I tell clients, that I tell people in my book to, not read before you go to bed and all of that stuff. And I kept going back and reading and looking at the images, and, I don't know. I wasn't trying to make sense of it, but I got fixated on a family member of mine who I know is a conservative person who is in favor of this current administration, which in my opinion, my humble opinion, is fostering this this energy of hatred and negativity, right? Yeah, Goddess Courtney, I feel it too. And I think that there's power in us saying that, in us coming together and saying, yes, I feel that. And so, you know, this person who I love with my whole heart and my whole being, I was like fixated at 3 a.m. Like I was like these people like rallying in the street and be like, what's up with you? You happy with this? Are these your folks? You know, oh, they're saying unite the right. Are you going to go be down with them? Let's see how they respond to you. And your chocolate face, right? And so I got into a loop where I was like just like heavy, like in that, you know, and just thinking, you know, like it's a frustration, it's a heaviness, it's a sadness. Goddess of Siri said, I saw all this negativity coming. I had to sneak away. Yes. I've been in a blissful bubble. Yay! Yes! And that is one of the things absolutely to do. Like it can feel like you know, don't have permission to be in a bubble when stuff like this is coming on. But no, my goddess sisters, we have absolute permission to be in a blissful bubble, to turn it all off and to not, to opt out. Because more important, as you've heard me say often, more important than staying informed and staying what's up on what's going on and all of that is staying sane. Right? Staying happy. And I know that a lot of times for my own self-care, my own mental health, I have to opt out of it. Now, you know, first thing, you know, as we all know, they teach you when you're in an airplane and the gas mask, you know, and something's going wrong, put the gas mask on yourself, save yourself. And if that means turning everything off, turning off social media, not having certain conversations, do that. Do that. You are entitled to do that. Goddess Giovanna says, me too. Yes, beautiful. She said she detoxed from social media and she's so grateful that she did. Goddess Allison said, took a long walk and listened to money mantras. Yay! For my goddesses who are taking the Money Mindset Reset Summer Camp, I have a beautiful binaural meditation that is AM PM meditations to put you in a different zone. Binaural beats reorganize our brain patterns and our brain waves. And someone suggested the other day that I make those available for sale outside of Money Mindset Reset Summer Camp. So I will do that sometime soon. But yes, Goddess Allison, that is how we put on the gas mask. That's how we do it. So, you know, yes, Goddess Courtney, yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And for those of you, you know, who have access to that, I have recorded those mantras separately with my voice. I've also given the actual mantras so that if you want to record them with your voice, you can do. But then I have the binaural beats, the morning version to get you going in the morning, the PM version to get you going at night. And those are really, really extremely powerful. So I'm going to just reset us. We're going to pull a card. Then let's get into, you know, some talk about what do we do to reset. So good morning, Goddess Maria. Hello, my darling. Sending you love. All right. So let's just we're not going to do a full on sound bath, right? But we're going to just do some sound clearing, all right? So let's start by just taking a deep breath. Inhale. And let it out. Inhale. Let it out with sound. Ah. Inhale to the count of 5. Out with sound. Ah. Inhale to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale with the sound of ecstasy. Ah. Yes. And whenever we are feeling overwhelmed, greetings, Goddess Sharon, who is sending us love from Charleston, South Carolina. Go back to breath And that's what I did last night to disconnect myself from the madness that is our current news and current situation. I brought it back to breath. I brought it back to gratitude. I brought it back to the basics of, okay, thank God for breath, or thank Goddess, or thank the universe, or whatever works for you. But thank you. Thank you for breath. And thank you is the most powerful intention prayer that we can set. All right, so let's start with just clearing the air. And with each beat, I want you to imagine your energy extending with the sound, which is the sound of love, the sound of creation, the sound of joy, the sound of beauty, the sound of ecstasy, the sound of love, the sound of life, the sound of gratitude, the sound of power, the sound of remembering, the sound of knowing, the sound of love, the sound of love, the sound of love. Yes. Okay. All right. Did you feel that? Did you feel that just subtle lift in the energy as we focused on love and joy and happiness and being in accord with gratitude? So right now, I'm trying to remember who is the first goddess I saw. Goddess Asiri. She's the first person I saw. Goddess Asiri. If you are still here in this beautiful room with us, will you please pick a number between 1 and 11? Yes, I felt that shift. I felt that shift, and I felt a lot of you feel it as well. And, little shifts, little raises in our vibration is how we come back into accord with who we really are, which is, beings of love, pure, positive love. And we're either in the stream of love or we're holding ourselves outside of it. There is love and there is fear. And if it is not of love, it is of fear. And that does not mean that we then deny and ignore everything that is not of love. It means that we address it, we root it out, we put love on it. Okay, so Goddess Asiri picks the number 3, the Trinity. Very powerful number. Very powerful. Mind, body, and spirit, right? Or, in certain traditions, we have the Holy Trinity. Trinity is very powerful. In goddess traditions, there is the mother, the maiden, the crone. There's, in Catholicism, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Trinity, 3 numbers. Goddess, mother, the mother, the crone, energy is all about us healing and us being empowered and us loving who we are. One of my favorite quotes, let me share this for you before I shuffle this 3. And this is a good energy to go into our week with, is Entezaki Shange, where she said, I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. Let's affirm that going into the week. I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. All right, so I'm going to pull 3. All right, so I'm going to shuffle 3. I'm shuffling from the African Goddess Affirmation card deck because I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. Greetings, Goddess Rachel. Happy Sunday to you, beautiful. All right, so I'm shuffling 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm looking from the bottom. Ah, we have pulled. Thank you, Goddess Asiri. I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. It is the Goddess of joy. Feeling joyful feels good. Let's affirm that. Feeling joyful feels good. And it is okay. Yes, yes, Goddess Shu says, to feel joy for no other reason than to feel joy. It is safe to feel joy. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it. It is safe to feel happy. Yes, absolutely, Goddess Giovanna. I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. Yes. All right. So this goddess is actually a Dahomey goddess from the Dahomey tradition, and her name is Goddess Nana. And if anyone is interested, I can post some information on her later. But here's what I put on the card. How do you access joy? What do you need to release to feel more empowered? So what do you need to let go of to feel more empowered? So let's answer those questions. What do you need to let go of in order to feel more empowered? All right. So let's answer that. Let me know, what is it right now in your life that you need to let go of in order to feel empowered? Yes, Goddess Maria, she says, joy is her highest purpose. Goddess Afua affirms it. Yes, it is safe to feel joy. Oh my goodness. It is safe to feel joy, and it is safe to feel safe. And I feel the need to say that because, you know, so often as women, we just don't feel safe in our bodies. We don't feel safe in our lives. And so it is safe to feel safe. It is safe to feel joyful. It is safe to have found God in yourself and love her fiercely. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful, Goddess Afua. Her parents call her Nana, so this is your card. Goddess Marissa Hanley, she says, I need to let go of the how and just show up. That is big control factor, difference between taking responsibility and wanting to be in control. Goddess Maria, she says, that was Goddess Marissa. Goddess Maria says, it is safe to feel joy. Yes, yes. And so what do you need to let go of? What do you need to release, to say goodbye to? Control is a big one. Control is a big one. Letting go of the need for everything to be okay, right? Because you can still feel your own personal joy, even if everything is okay, even if everything is in chaos. And so one of the things, you know, getting into our self-love sermon topic today, one of the things that you can do when you're feeling askew, when it feels like chaos, in order to become aligned, is take a micro action towards your joy, right? And so for some people, that may mean they want to go out and join a protest, or, you know, write a senator, or call do a petition or whatever. For some people, yes, Goddess Giovanna, that's powerful. They may want to, that's a great micro action, want to just release the energy from others, right? For some people, it may be going and doing some cornrows in your baby girl's hair, and enjoying and reveling in the beauty of that. Oh my God. Yes, there's healing power. I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely in the power of beauty as a sacred healing spiritual practice. Goddess Maria says, Goddess Courtney says, letting go of grudges. That's a big one. Check it in. Goddess Maria says, I need to let go of other people's opinions, agendas, and reality. Oh, yes, 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 absolutely. Letting go of other people's opinions, letting go of other people's agendas, and letting go of other people's realities, right? So taking micro movements, which is just showing up here today, is a beautiful movement, you know, toward reclaiming your own joy. Reclaim your time. I'm reclaiming my time, reclaiming your joy, and showing up for yourself. Right? And it doesn't have to be the way that someone else thinks that you need to show up. Someone else's joy may feel like, okay, they're going to post everything on Facebook about every horrible thing that is happening in the world. Yours, like I said, may mean, you know, going and making a green smoothie and running around the block and just expelling this energy, or cleaning your front porch, whatever it is. Goddess Shu says she is letting go of, making other people uncomfortable with her shine. Yes. Yes, and we got into that last Sunday, right? I am comfortable making other people feel uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with other people being uncomfortable. That is okay. Goddess Damali says, I release the need to judge other people. Yes, working on that. Absolutely. Releasing the need to judge. Oh my goodness, that is huge. Goddess Afua says, yes. Goddess Shu, yes. Yes. And so we're laying these burdens down by the riverside. Right? Let's leave all of this by the riverside as we step into our week. And so, I want to also just acknowledge, if you are feeling like life is beating you up right now, if you are feeling like, one goddess told me she feels like she just cannot win, right? Where, side note, one of my favorite affirmations, hip hop affirmation, is all I do is win. And you can affirm that to yourself. All I do is win. Wait, okay. Even when I lose, I'm winning. All I do is win. Just put yourself in that space. But I want to also just acknowledge that cosmically, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of energy between all these eclipses and retrogrades, etc. There is a lot of energy happening in the world, and all of these like negative forces and things that are coming up to be healed doesn't mean they're coming up to be healed by you. Whew, let's take a breath around that, my light working goddess sisters. All of these negative energies that are coming up in the world, whether you are seeing them on the news or seeing them across the dinner table from you, does not mean that they are coming up to be healed by you. They're coming up to be healed by the collective unconscious, but it does not mean that they are coming up and they are your responsibility to go out and heal. Yes, Goddess Abiola says, all I do is win. Yes, 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 yes. All I do is win. So we got 3 affirmations going right now. We got, I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. We've got, I'm comfortable making other people feel uncomfortable. We've got that, right? And we've got, all I do is win. So again, the things that you can do when you're feeling like life is beating up on you, take a micro movement towards your own joy. You can put yourself in a bliss bubble, right? Like we talked about earlier, turn off the news, turn off whatever, turn off your phone. You are not obligated to text anybody back, to answer the phone. You can block folks, all of that may make you, someone may be like, oh, well, she turned into a real bitch. Well, you know what? That's your opinion. I'm taking care of me. Here's my gas mask. All I do is win. I found God in myself and I love her fiercely. I'm comfortable making other people feel uncomfortable. And all of that is from a place of love, a place of joy, rooted in love, not in a place of your fear, not in a place of your judgment, but you're just taking care of you. Taking care of yourself. Having self-compassion is the biggest thing that you can do when you're feeling beat up by life. Like I said, just acknowledging that, there are different seasons that we go through as individuals. There are seasons that we go through as cultures, countries, civilizations, etc. And realizing that right now, it's like most of us didn't, weren't alive in the 60s, but when we look back, you see that it was like this period of turmoil and etc. But people still had to, in war zones right now, people still have to, they still have beautiful meals with their family. They still cornrow their baby girl's hair, right? They still, make love with their partner. You still have to live your life. And, if we are in a season like that now, you still have to live your life. And that actually is the most powerful thing that you can do. Toni Morrison has this beautiful book named Possessing the Secret of Joy. And through the whole book, you're wondering, what is the secret of joy? And in the end, she says, resist. And again, resistance looks like different things to different people. So to you, it may look like taking to the streets. And if so, God is speed and do it. We have your back. We love you. We're praying for you. We're sending you positive energy. For you, it may look like going and cleaning your bathroom because, that's the energy you have today. And it feels good to raise your vibration by having a clean bathroom. Raising your vibration is the most powerful, important thing that you can do. Another thing you can do if you're feeling beat up by life is help somebody. Help somebody. Go help somebody else. Is there, an elderly neighbor that you have that needs support? Somebody you can bring a pie to if you want to bake it, if you're into that. If not, go buy the pie. No shame in any of it, right? Go help someone else. Yes. And that is all resistance. That is resistance. That is saying, I will not participate in your war. I will not participate in your dramas. I will not participate in your low vibrating energy because I'm on my own vibration, because I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. Because I'm comfortable with other people being uncomfortable, right? And because all I do is win, whatever that means for you. So helping someone else is a big thing that you can do when you're feeling beat up by life. And that may mean for those of you who are healers, you know, who are coaches, yes, raise your vibration and elevate. Go onto your Facebook page and be like, all right, next 2 hours or next hour, I am here. Who needs advice or who needs support? Who needs help? Who needs to hop on the phone for a 10-minute boost call? Whatever. You can do that. Jump on your Twitter, jump on your, you know, Instagram, whatever, and offer support. Help someone else. Put yourself in that energy rather than the energy of victimhood and victimization. Because once you're in that victim energy, it is a pervasive energy. And in the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love, I call it seeing life through victim-colored glasses. Because you really do. And from any, you know, vantage point, whatever energy you're seeing things through, everything looks like that. So you got to get yourself out of that victim energy and victim consciousness. And that can come by helping someone else, by giving, by coming into a state of gratitude. That is another thing that you can do. That is number 4 thing that you can do. Being in a state of gratitude. Goddess Allison says, in the time of turmoil, plant your seeds of magic and love. Yes, because in due season, your harvest will be abundant. Thank you, birthday goddess. That is beautiful. I'm going to read that again. In the time of turmoil, plant your seeds of magic and love, because in due season, your harvest will be abundant. Yes, preach, goddess. Preach, preach, preach. Ah, yes, Goddess Afua says about releasing the victim mode and offering support. Goddess Giovanna says spread love and light. Yes, because love and fear, it cannot exist as binary. It cannot exist in the same energy. It feels like it can, but when you're in a pure zone of love, think of a baby you love or pet you love or whatever it is that brings you into a pure zone of love, you know, and you may feel fearful for them or fearful for the world or whatever. But when you're purely mindfulness, being fully present in that moment, you can't do it. You can't do it. So your main job, I'm talking to you, light worker, change worker, you know, love bringer, is to raise your own vibration, because then you're in the place to be able to create, do, you know, what it is that you came to do. And when you're in the vibration, the low vibration of fear or victim consciousness, you cannot produce from that. You know, the energy of depression is, you know, a low vibration, but lower than that is the energy of shame. Right? So you may not have access, if you're in a feeling of shame, to all the way up here, the energy of joy. And that's okay. We're not telling you to fake it until you make it. You know, I don't believe in faking anything, right? So, you know, the energy down here, if you're in an energy of shame, reach a little bit up, and that may bring you into the energy of like sadness. If you're in the energy of sadness, give yourself a permission to reach a little bit up, and that may bring you to the energy of anger, right? Which is a higher vibration than sadness. You may not have, again, you don't have access if you're in an energy of sadness. And if you're feeling something clinical, if you need help, go get support. That's a big one. Number 5, go get support. Get help. Allow yourself to be loved up on. If you need to see a therapist, a counselor, coach, whoever, go get help. There is no shame in that. Get help. Get support. Get support. So if you're in an energy of depression, you know, that is not clinical, you know, situational depression or sadness, you know, reach a little bit up and come into an energy of anger, you know, and that may be all that you have access to at that moment of feeling of, you know, righteous anger and indignation. If that's what you have access to, that's what you have access to. Then you can reach up to a little bit higher energy and come into an energy of, all right, I'm coming out of the anger, you know, and maybe I'm just feeling heaviness, like we were talking about at the end of the conversation, at the beginning of the conversation, right? So you're in that feeling of heaviness, and you can reach up and feel into hope. All right, I'm feeling into hope, right? And from hope, then you can have access more to, you know, the higher vibrating energies of love. So then you can reach into feeling like, all right, you know, things are tolerable. It's tolerable. I can deal. It's tolerable. And from there, you can start to reach into gratitude and joy and happiness and love, right? So you can go through all of those changes in an hour, a day, a minute. I know I have, or it may take you, you know, a week, but feel yourself allow your feelings, your feminine energy feelings that they tell us that we shouldn't have, to allow you to feel yourself into a better energy and a better vibration. And again, the fastest way to get into that vibrational energy of love, is by, what can you give? Who can you help? That'll move you immediately like that into a place of gratitude. It'll move you like that out of victim consciousness. It'll move you like that out of despair and, feeling desolation. Move into an energy of who can I help? Who can I support? And then, because I know that you are a natural giver and a natural empath, the twin question to that, balance, yin yang, is how can I be supported? How can I help? And how can I be supported? How can I be loved up on? And start it by, loving up on yourself and allowing yourself to be supported, allowing yourself to be loved. And that is the most powerful way that you can move forward when you feel like life is beating up on you. Yes? Woo! Yes! All right, so let's set some intentions for the week. Let me know, what are you calling into your life this week? What are you calling in? Is it love? Is it abundance? Is it sunshine? Is it peace? Is it understanding? Is it gratitude? Yes, Goddess Afua, absolutely. You ask, how can I be supported? How can I be supported? And then allow yourself, receive the support, receive for the givers. Very important. Receive, the process of receiving. Yes, allowing yourself to receive the support. So what are you inviting into your life this week, goddesses? What are you inviting? We talked about what you were releasing. What are you inviting? What are you welcoming? Where's our card for today? The Goddess of Joy, possessing the secret of joy. What are you inviting into your life? Goddess Maria is inviting in wisdom and abundance. We affirm that. We see that for you. Goddess Kendra says a job. Yay for abundance for Goddess Kendra. We see her employed and happy and loving it and loving life. Goddess Damali says she's calling in money. Yes, money, 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 money. Money, yes, for the money for Goddess Damali. We see you fully abundant, embracing it, welcoming it, allowing it in. Goddess Marissa says she's welcoming in abundance and clarity. Abundance and clarity. Yes, 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 yes. And if we had Goddess Afua, she'd be able to sing it with some beautiful tones. Abundance and clarity. We are welcoming it in. Yes. Goddess Asiri Brown says, I am calling in magnetism. Yes, I'm attracting all that is for me. Goddess Shu says clarity and money. Goddess Lisa says, how should I make money? How I should make money. She's calling in her abundance. Goddess Afua says, I invite the ocean. Yes, ocean. Come on, ocean. Sunshine and support. Come through, ocean energy. Goddess Giovanna says, love, peace, joy, abundance, growth, and support. Goddess Allison says she's welcoming money, joy, and love. Yes, Goddess Afua says, aw, thank you, Goddess Afua. Thank you, my shine goddess. She says, I have a beautiful voice. Thank you. Goddess Allison says, so just affirming her money, her joy, her love for her birthday energy that she is blessing us with at the time, she came into the world this time of year. Yes. And she's blessing us with money, joy, and love. Yes. Yes, and so as we welcome these beautiful things into our week and these beautiful energies into our week, this week going forward, again, asking, how can I help? Who can I help? And how can I be supported? Allowing yourself to be loved up on, and then not, just allowing yourself to raise your vibration little by little until you come into a vibration of love. And remember that it is okay to be in a bliss bubble. So what were our affirmations, our intentions for this week? We said, I found God in myself and I loved her fiercely. Yes. And that is a perfect one for moving away from any conversation or situation or whatever that is low vibrating and you're not feeling it. Remind yourself, you know what? I found God in myself and I love her fiercely. So go on with that. Goddess Ju says, sharing my business on social media and welcoming new likes and soulmate clients. Yes, absolutely. 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 So, another affirmation we had today was, I'm comfortable I'm comfortable with other people being uncomfortable. Plain and simple, right? I'm comfortable with other people being uncomfortable. And then we had, all I do is win. All I do is win. So I am sending you and your winning, beautiful self off into this week to make goddess magic. I think that you are beautiful. I think that you are powerful beyond measure. And I know that you are fearfully, fearlessly, and wonderfully made. All right, goddesses? So have a beautiful, beautiful week. Be seen, be heard, be an incredible movement. Namaste. Yes, affirm it. I found God in myself and I love her fiercely. Love you.